Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Gemini, today we're going to focus on your past, present, as well as your future. We're also going to see the ultimate outcome of your current situation. So, with all that being said, Gemini, let's get started. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, I'm going to take these two cards and then I'm going to take the rest. So, in the past, we do have the World. Your current energy is the Empress. And in the near future, we do have the Two of Swords. So it kind of looks like in the recent past you made a really, really big decision. But in the near future, I see you questioning yourself on whether or not you made the right decision. Let's look at this World energy and see what's going on. Okay. I feel like you went against what you originally wanted to do in a particular situation. Yeah, you went against what you originally wanted to do. Okay, let's look at the Ace of Wands. Tell me more about the Ace of Wands. Ooh, tell me more about the Ace of Wands. It kind of looks like in the past you wanted to walk away from someone that you felt just simply wasn't good for you, someone that you felt just, you know, was playing a lot of games with you, especially head games with you. Okay, so it looks like in the past you wanted to walk away from this individual, but it kind of looks like you chose not to in the end for whatever reason. Now let's look at your current energy. Okay, we got the Three of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, and then we also have the Seven of Swords. Okay. In regards to your current energy, this individual that you wanted to walk away from, I'm also getting that, you know, for whatever reason, a lot of you feel like you can't trust them. And because you feel like you can't trust them, you're constantly having to kind of like, you know, watch your back, you know, when it comes down to this person, constantly look over your shoulder. Yeah, I feel like this relationship, at least for you, has been a huge distraction, considering the fact that you're dealing with someone that you think, believe, and feel like you cannot trust. Making it very hard for you to focus on you, making it very hard for you to focus on your growth, your expansion, you know, the things that you want to accomplish and achieve for yourself, because there's a part of you that's very focused on them and what they're doing and who they're talking to and who they're texting and, you know, things like that. Okay. So, I mean, I feel like you had like a variety of different reasons why you wanted to walk away from this person. What I am initially getting is that you don't trust them. I'm also getting that this person could have shown you on multiple different occasions that they're not to be trusted. I also feel you wanted to walk away from this relationship because it was really holding you back from like, you know, accomplishing and achieving your goals and, you know, just reaching your full potential, you know, because, you know, this relationship, you know, for you is a huge distraction due to the fact that you can't trust them. It makes it very challenging and hard for you to just simply focus on yourself and your goals when you're constantly having to look over your shoulder. Okay, fair enough. Let's look at the Two of Swords. Okay. We have the Fool to the Strength card to the Nine of Swords. Yeah, in the near future, I see you kind of second guessing yourself on whether or not you made the right decision by continuing to remain with this person. I also see you questioning, you know, why you didn't just leave this person when you had the chance / opportunity to do so. And it's not, you're not feeling this way because something's occurring, by the way, between you and this person that's leading you to fall into this energy of like, oh my gosh, like, why did I choose to stay with this person? What was I thinking? You know, no, I don't feel like that's why all this is happening. With the Nine of Swords, it represents somebody who's very worried and concerned about something happening in the future, something that has yet to happen. Like I said, a lot of you are dealing with somebody who has given you every reason to not trust them. So the fact that you're dealing with somebody that you don't trust, you know, you are very worried and concerned that they might do something in the near future to basically break your trust all over again. And that's what you're worried and concerned about, to the point where it is taking, you know, a toll on your mental health. And it's also, you know, making it very hard, like I said, for you to just kind of focus on you and your goals and, you know, things like that. This is kind of why you're falling into that energy of, oh my gosh, like, what was I thinking? Like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Why did I accept this person back into my life? You know, why didn't I just walk away from them when I had the chance to do so? You're only falling into this energy because you're worried and concerned that something might end up happening in the near future. That's basically what I'm getting. So you're worried and concerned that they might turn around and hurt you again, or betray you again, or deceive you again, or lie to you again. Okay. Let's look at the ultimate outcome. We have the King of Wands, okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And then we also have the Seven of Cups. Before I open my mouth, I do want to look at the Seven of Cups really quickly here. Okay, we got the King of Cups to the Queen of Pentacles to the Four of Cups. Interesting. You know, as far as the ultimate outcome is concerned, I can see how them being involved with someone like you could definitely benefit them. I just don't see how you being involved with someone like them could essentially benefit you, if that makes absolutely any sense. You know, when we look at your person, there's no complaints coming from this person whatsoever. You know, they come off to me as somebody who's very happy and very content within their relationship with you. It's you that's unhappy, you know, within your relationship with them. And I understand why this person would be so happy and content within this dynamic that they share with you. I mean, I get it. You know, they're not worried about you lying to them or betraying them or deceiving them like you are. You know, I don't feel like you've given this person any reason to think that you ever would, but I feel like this person has given you every reason to think that they would, you know, betray you or deceive you or hurt you one day. So hence why you're not happy. You know what I mean? It's like this person just looks at you like you're never gonna be happy within this dynamic that the two of you basically share with one another. And I think it's very easy for this person to sit there and say that. I think it's very easy for them to sit there and say that. I mean, considering the fact that, you know, they're not going through what you're going through, I think it's, you know, easy for them to say, oh, you're just never going to be happy, Gemini. You're just never going to be happy. You're just never going to be happy. It's like this person feels like you purposely go out of your way to be unhappy within your relationship, you know, with them. But I don't feel like you purposely go out of your way to be unhappy within your relationship, you know, with them. I just think this person gives you reasons to be unhappy within your relationship with them. Like, for example, like if you were to like do this person the same way they do you, they would understand, you know, why you're so unhappy. But the thing is that you have yet to do them the same way that they've been doing you. So they can't really relate to you or understand you and where you're coming from. You got to understand their actions and their behavior don't hurt them. It hurts you. Does that make sense? So because their actions and their behavior doesn't hurt them and or affect them, I mean, you know, they're good, they're great, you know, but if you were to do something to hurt them, you know, then they would understand, you know, where you're coming from. This is somebody who has to go through exactly what you're going through to understand where you're coming from and why you're so unhappy. You're not unhappy because you choose to be unhappy. You're unhappy because this person does turn things on their end to make you feel this way. There is a big difference. I just kind of feel like this person likes to spin this story to you as well as yourself and everybody around them that you are the problem here, but you are not the problem here. They are basically the problem. You know, can I say one more thing and then I'm going to be done? This person is showing up as a King of Wands. You're showing up as a Queen of Pentacles. So that right off the bat is kind of telling me, yeah, that right there, I mean, it's kind of telling me a lot about this relationship. That's kind of telling me you bring far more to this table than they do. The only prize to essentially be won in this relationship here is literally you. Like, you're the prize to be won. And I'm not saying this to make you feel better or anything like that. I'm just being honest with you because there's levels to this. So we have the King of Wands that comes out first, and we have the King of Swords that follows. King of, you know, Cups, King of Pentacles status. Your person showing up as a King of Wands. So let's focus on the Queens real quick. We have the Queen of Wands that comes out first, Queen of Swords that follows. Then we have the Queen of Cups, and then boom, that's when we hit Queen of Pentacles status. So that's kind of telling me that, man, like, you bring a whole lot to this relationship. I mean, you're responsible, you're mature, you have a lot going for yourself. You're somebody who clearly has a lot of respect for yourself. You know, you're big on commitment, you're big on loyalty. You know, you're mature. I mean, what's there not to love? Queen of Pentacles is considered to be the perfect partner card, you guys. So yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say this person hit the lotto with you, you know. You are the prize to be won in this relationship. It is not them. But I feel like this person walks around like they're the prize to be won, you know, is basically what I'm getting. And it's so not like that. It's so not like that. I think that you make them feel like they're the prize to be won in this relationship. But you know, sincerely, they're really not the prize to be won here. You're the prize to be won here. You're the one that brings far more to this table than they do. If you were to lose them, you know what I mean? You wouldn't really be losing anything besides company. That's the only thing that you're losing. But if this person were to lose you, they would be losing way more than just company. You know, if this person were to lose you, that would be considered a freaking loss right there. And not everything you lose is a loss, but if this person were to lose you, that would be considered a loss. And I don't think this person really puts too much thought towards the things that they do, but it does have a lot to do with their level of immaturity, so that makes sense. This person comes off to me as somebody who needs you in their life for whatever reason. And, you know, the things that they've been doing within this relationship is just, it's like the epitome of like chopping off the hand that basically feeds you. I mean, why would you do that? I don't know. But this person continues to do that over and over again. It's like they continue to chop off, you know, the hand that feeds them, AKA you. You know what I mean? And it makes no logical sense, right? Why a person would literally chop off the very hand that basically feeds them, but that's just how your person comes across to me, as somebody who just doesn't really put thought into the things that they do. You see what I mean? They just don't. Like, all of their actions come before thought. You know what I mean? And I feel like there's obviously going to come a point in time, Gemini, where you're not going to want to continue to like deal with them and all that comes with them. It's just a matter of time. Now, here's one thing that I will say. Your relationship with this person, it will come to an end. And the way that it's going to end is going to be very painful for them. Not necessarily for you, but very, very painful for them. So I do see you eventually meeting somebody along the way. Now, this someone is going to be someone who's basically better than this person that you currently find yourself connecting with. I do see you guys developing a very close friendship with one another. I'm specifically getting that, and it will turn into something romantic over time, causing this relationship between you and this King of Wands to essentially come to an end. Now, I do feel like when this relationship does come to an end between the two of you, I think that it's going to be revealed to them why it's coming to an end, and it's because of another man or another woman that just so happens to treat you 10 times better than this King of Wands over here that you currently find yourself connecting with. They will feel extremely hurt and betrayed and deceived by you. Now, this is one thing they don't see coming from you, as far as you ever deciding to get up and leave them, especially for another man, especially for another woman. So yeah, this relationship, it will eventually come to an end. And when it does, it's going to be very, very painful for this person, because you would be leaving them to go be with, you know, another man or another woman that just so happens to be better than them. You know, somebody who's going to treat you right. You know, somebody who's going to respect you. Somebody who's not going to sit up here and play all these little games with you like they're never going to lose you, because that's exactly what this King of Wands is doing. They're playing all these games with you with the mentality of, they're never going to go anywhere. They're never going to leave me. They're crazy about me. I mean, blah, you know, but I just kind of feel like it literally took you meeting this other individual to like wake up and realize, like, man, like I could go off and be with somebody who's not going to play these games with me. I could go off and be with somebody who's going to respect me and treat me right. And, you know, I could go off and do that. You know what I mean? And you will. And you will. I just kind of feel like right now all you literally see is them, and all you literally want is them, and all you literally know is them. You don't know anything but them in your relationship with them. But when you open your eyes and you see what's actually around you, especially this one over here, you're going to start to see for yourself that what you truly want, it does actually exist out there. And I feel like this person's going to reveal that what you truly want and desire, it's right in front of you, aka this person. And once you realize that and you see that, you will do away with this King of Wands, and you won't think about it twice, honey. You won't think about it twice. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.